David Morgan with you for Monday Metals for the week ending 31 July 2015. Well, in the foreign exchange markets, very interesting things to talk about. Number one, the Canadian dollar was at a 10-year low versus the United States dollar as of Friday. On top of that, Russia said that they are not going to buy any more foreign exchange in the third and fourth quarters, which will probably put less pressure on the ruble. And lastly, from Japan, Mitsubishi says that they are pulling out of U.S. operations not because of foreign exchange concerns, not because of labor problems or costs, but simply because demand just isn't there. The Chinese stock market has plunged more than 30% since mid-June and threatens to go further down. Right now, a lot of people are concerned, and rightfully so, and a lot of China was driven by the commodity sector. And most that follow my work know that the commodity sector has been basically at a very low level for quite some time. We've seen oil prices, copper prices, gold and silver prices, and even the agriculturals coming down significantly. And all this is in the wake of monumental amount of debt increases. In fact, the debt to GDP ratio continues to increase almost country by country, and yet doesn't really seem to be taking care of things as they exist today. On perhaps a brighter side on the China story, foreign investors will be allowed to transfer either foreign currency or yuan funds into China to trade in the country's commodities futures market. The Foreign Exchange announced this last Friday. The imminent opening of its booming commodities futures market and reform supported by Beijing will make it available to anyone globally. The Security and Futures Watchdog announced in June that Beijing would allow foreign investors to trade in some commodities for the first time and are most likely to open up in the oil market. This is something we will watch carefully as we move forward in time. Moving on to the gold market, gold continues to hover near a 5.5-year low and doesn't show any signs of that abating anytime soon. Time will tell. Billionaire hedge fund manager John Paulson stated that he felt that the gold prices were evident of fair value at this current time. They have kept their position in the GLD, and we'll wait and see if any fund managers are willing to come in at these levels. Speaking of prominent people in finance, none other than commenting on CNBC midweek was Bill Gross, former bond buyer for PIMCO. And he stated that markets now are all artificial, the products of central bank manipulation, and that real market prices cannot be discovered. This leaves one wondering, does it not? The Times of India reported that India's gold imports were up about 61% to 155 tons for the first 2 months of the current fiscal reporting period due to both weak prices in gold and easing of restrictions on gold imports by the Reserve Bank. Further news in gold, members of the South African Mining Workers Association said on Sunday that they were rejecting the 17% wage increase offered by two of the largest mines in South Africa. And on the silver market, pretty much in line with the gold market, certainly seeing low prices. Many are stating it's going lower, which I reported last week. And again, time will tell. I would like to note that myself and the team are going to be looking at a mining technology which could be, not would be, very significant in the junior mining space. It's basically a mobile mill that's self-contained, has a very low footprint environmentally, and it's something that will allow small miners to actually yield their gold very easily without the restrictions of permitting and all the processes that are required to get gold into production. I'm not saying this is going to happen, but we will be writing about it in the Morgan Report in the following month. The August issue just came out this weekend. So a month from now, we'll be reporting on this mobile mill and give you our thoughts and understandings about the project. And remember, for those on a premium service, we actually take a film crew and film so you get to see what we see when we do these type of investigations. Wishing you a great week. I'll be back next week. This is David Morgan for Money and Metals.